So now that we've wound our bobbin, we're ready to put it into the bobbin case and into the machine. So I just want to talk about the bobbin case a little bit. In the bobbin case there's this blue spring disc, and you'll find it does come out, so you can use your snips or a screwdriver to just sort of get that out. And you will find that occasionally lint and dust builds up in there, and you will need to take that out and just give your bobbin case a bit of a clean. And then to put it back in, what you've got to look at are these little parts that are protruding on the outside of it. And then if you look I usually line up the one that's at the front needs to go into this slot that's at the front. So that's how you tell which way it goes in. So I'm just going to line that up with there, and I'm just going to place that piece that's sticking out into that slot, and then I should be able to just, you can use your finger sometimes or an implement like a screwdriver to push the slot in, the section into the slot, and then the ones on the other side should just fall into place. Just make sure that you press down hard enough so that they go into the little slotted areas on the bobbin case, which that's it, they're in there. So once you've got that sorted, you're then ready to put the bobbin into the bobbin case. So I usually hold it with the slot facing up. So you can see there's a little slot where the thread passes, and then it passes into the back of this spring here, or this plate here. So you need to place the bobbin in so that when you pull on it, it spins in a clockwise direction. Okay, that's important. That can affect your sewing. So I always just give a little tug on it to make sure I've got it in the right way. And then the thread passes into that slot and then down flat and into the back of that plate, which is like a tension for the bobbin. The tension disc should hold the thread so that it doesn't unwind unless you apply a bit of pressure, and that should only allow it to unwind a little bit. You can see it's just dropping down a little bit when I'm pulling on that thread. So cut the end off so you've just got a tail of maybe 4 centimetres there. You don't need too much length. If you have too much length there, it'll get caught up when you insert it into the bobbin housing area. So we're turning the power off, and then I'm going to insert the bobbin case into the bobbin housing area under the presser foot area. And so I'm just lining up. Firstly, I want the cutout section on the bobbin case facing up. And then I'm lining up the spindle, which is in that bobbin housing area, with the hole on the bobbin. And I'm just lining that up, giving it a bit of a jiggle, and then pushing it in all the way until I hear a click. And it's very important that you hear that click. That tells you that it's in the correct position. And when I pull this out, I'm pulling on this latch to pull it out. So that latch should only be used to take the bobbin out. You should not be holding that latch out when you're putting the bobbin in. Only use it to get the bobbin out. I'll just show you that with the machine bed back, so that you can have a better look at what's going on in here. So I've got this spindle that sits in the middle of the bobbin housing area there, and that's what I want to line up the hole with. I want the cutout section to be facing up on the machine, and then I'm just lining that up, giving it a bit of a jiggle until it falls into place. A push until you hear that click, and then you know it's in the right place. Now I'm ready to thread my machine and bring the bobbin thread up to the top, which you need to do that each time when you're starting sewing, but once you've done it for the first time you don't need to continue bringing it up to the top after that.